All right, so today we're diving into acts of kindness from all over the world.
Sounds heartwarming.
It is. We've got 10 amazing stories and a script detailing each one.
Wow, 10.
Yeah, and we're going to focus on the top 5.
Okay, cool.
So to give you a taste, we've got anonymous meal payments, surprise birthday parties, heroic animal rescues, and even cities getting ready for Global Kindness Day, like months in advance.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm really excited to unpack these.
Me too. Okay, so let's quickly go over Acts 10 through 6 to kind of set the stage for the top 5.
Okay, sounds good.
Act number 10 takes us to a diner in Boston.
Okay.
Someone secretly paid for everyone's meals.
Oh, that's so nice. You just never know how much something like that can brighten someone's day.
Right, exactly. Then for act number 9, we go to Sydney.
Okay.
A group of teenagers put together care packages for people experiencing homelessness.
That's really thoughtful.
It is. And they didn't just include food and necessities, but also little handwritten notes of encouragement.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm.
It's so powerful when young people show compassion like that.
Yeah, and it's like they're saying, we see you, we care. Speaking of community impact, act number 8 brings us to Denver.
Okay.
Some neighbors threw a surprise birthday party for an elderly man who was feeling lonely.
Oh, that's so sweet. Especially as people get older, those connections become so important.
They really do. Sometimes the simplest act can make the biggest difference.
I agree.
Now for act number 7, we travel to a bookstore in London.
Okay.
They decided to give away free books to children.
That's a great way to foster a love of reading, especially for kids who might not have access to a lot of books.
It opens up a whole world of possibilities for them.
Definitely.
And lastly, for act number 6, we're in Tokyo, where someone shared their umbrella with a stranger caught in the rain.
A little act of kindness, but it speaks volumes.
Right. It shows empathy and considering the needs of others, even in a busy city.
Yeah, it's like a reminder that we're all in this together.
So those are acts 10 through 6. Amazing glimpses of everyday kindness all over the world.
And each one is unique, but they all share that common thread of human connection.
Exactly. Now, are you ready for a deep dive into the top 5 stories?
Absolutely. These are the ones that really captured global attention.
Right, so act number 5 starts on a crowded subway car in New York City. A young man noticed an elderly woman struggling to stand.
Okay.
Not only did he offer her his seat, but he sat next to her and started talking to her.
Oh, wow. That's really heartwarming. And I actually remember this story. It went viral.
It did. Someone on the subway took a picture and shared it online, and it resonated with people everywhere.
It's amazing how something so simple can have such a huge impact.
And it wasn't just about giving up his seat. It was about that genuine connection, you know?
Yeah,
The
definitely.
young man even said something like, you never know how much a conversation can mean to someone.
That's so true.
And get this, the story actually inspired similar acts on public transportation all over the world.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
It's like one act of kindness led to countless others.
A ripple effect.
Exactly. Speaking of which, for act number 4, we're going to Los Angeles, where a whole neighborhood came together to organize a massive food drive.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. What inspired that?
Well, they learned about the growing problem of food insecurity in their area, and they wanted to help.
That's incredible. The power of collective action.
I know, right? They ended up collecting enough food to supply hundreds of families.
That's amazing. What a testament to what can happen when people unite for a common cause.
Yeah, and one of the organizers said, we are stronger together.
Absolutely.
Now, for act number 3, we head up to Toronto, Canada, where a school started a random acts of kindness challenge.
Interesting. So they're encouraging kindness from a young age.
Yeah, and they challenged the students to not only perform acts of kindness, but also to document them and think about their impact.
That's a great way to raise awareness and make kindness a habit.
It is. And it's amazing the challenge actually spread to other schools in the area.
Really?
Yeah, and one student said, every act of kindness is a step towards a better world.
That's such a beautiful sentiment.
It is. Now get this, for act number 2, we're going all the way to South Africa.
Wow, okay.
A group of locals came together to rescue a beached whale.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. They must have worked so hard.
They did. It was a huge effort to get this whale back into the ocean.
And it shows such compassion, not just for each other, but for animals, too.
Exactly. One witness said it was like watching humanity at its best.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
It really is.
Yeah.
So before we reveal the top act of kindness, let's pause for a second. What stood out to you the most so far?
That's a tough one.
I know, right? There have been so many incredible stories. Is that the power of social media, the impact of community action, or maybe the heartwarming connection between humans and nature?
I think for me, it's the reminder that kindness can happen anywhere, and it doesn't have to be a grand gesture.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a moment to explore the final act of kindness and discuss a trending movement that's
Sure.
taking kindness online.
Looking forward to it. It's just amazing to see all these acts of kindness, from busy cities to the coast.
It really shows that kindness can happen anywhere. And for our number one act of kindness today, it's actually happening in cities all over the world.
Oh, wow. Tell me more.
It's all about the preparations for Global Kindness Day.
Global Kindness Day.
Yeah,
But that's still months away.
I know, right? But communities are already getting ready to spread kindness.
That's so cool.
Yeah, one city's even setting up a kindness wall.
A kindness wall? What's that?
It's a place where people can leave encouraging messages for others.
Oh, wow. That's such a heartwarming idea.
It is. It's like a physical representation of all the positivity in the world.
I love that. And it shows just how contagious kindness can be.
Right. One community leader said, kindness is contagious.
That's a great quote. And speaking of inspiring movements, there's this really interesting trend happening online called the #KindnessWall challenge.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. What is it
And
exactly?
it's basically taking the idea of a physical kindness wall and bringing it online.
So people are creating digital spaces to share acts of kindness.
Exactly. They're sharing stories, offering support, just spreading positivity.
It's amazing how technology can be used to connect people like that.
It really is. And anyone can participate.
That's the best part.
You can create your own digital kindness wall, contribute to one, or just share kind messages using the hashtag.
It's a simple but powerful way to make a difference.
And it ties in perfectly with all the amazing acts of kindness we've been talking about today.
It does. It shows that kindness can be expressed in so many different ways, both online and offline.
Exactly. And on that note, we actually received a wonderful story from one of our viewers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were inspired by a previous episode to start a Kindness in the Kitchen initiative in their own community.
That's amazing. Tell me more about it.
Well, they were so touched by the stories we shared that they decided to start cooking meals for local shelters.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
It is. They're providing not just food, but also a sense of warmth and care to those who need it most.
What a beautiful example of how these deep dives can inspire real-world action.
I know, it's so heartwarming to see.
And we've actually been getting a lot of positive feedback on social media, too.
That's great to hear.
It seems like people are really connecting with these stories of kindness.
It makes sense. People are naturally drawn to stories of compassion and hope.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up our exploration of these inspiring acts, I think it's important to remember that no act is too small.
I completely agree. Every gesture, every kind word can have a ripple effect.
Exactly. Whether it's sharing your umbrella, offering a helping hand, or even just leaving a kind message online, every act contributes to a more compassionate world.
And as we've seen today, kindness can take many forms. But the common thread is that it connects us, reminds us of our shared humanity, and inspires hope.
Beautifully said. And on that note, I want to thank everyone for joining us on this heartwarming journey through acts of kindness from around the world.
It's been a pleasure, yeah. It really is amazing how much people connect with these stories.
It's like we all need that compassion, you know?
Yeah, that connection.
And these acts of kindness, big or small, they show us what's possible.
It's like a little spark of hope.
Exactly. And what I love about the #KindnessWall challenge is that it shows how we can all be that spark.
Yeah, we all have the power to make a difference.
And it doesn't have to be something huge. It can be just a small thing,
Right, like a comment online.
or a message to a friend.
Even just smiling at someone.
Those little things can make a big difference.
Definitely. They can really brighten someone's day.
And as we've seen, kindness is everywhere. It crosses borders, cultures,
Even species.
like with that whale rescue in South Africa.
It shows our shared humanity,
It does. And it reminds us that we can choose kindness.
We can build a world where compassion is everywhere.
What a great thought. And on that note, I want to thank everyone for joining us on this journey.
It's been a pleasure exploring these stories with you.
We hope you've been as inspired as we have. And remember, kindness is contagious, so keep spreading it. Share your own stories with us in the comments or tag us on social media using #KindnessWallChallenge. Until next time, keep shining your light and making the world a brighter place, one act of kindness at a time.